The Read Notes function enables you to copy steno notes from your writer to your computer's hard drive. To begin Read, click the Read Notes icon on the function bar. The Read Setup dialog box appears the first time you use Read Notes. You will select your writer and the method you use to communicate with your computer. Unless you use different writers or different methods, you will only need to select these items once. Click the down arrow at the end of the device field to display the list of writers. You will select your writer from this list. For example, if you use a Diamante writer, you will select Diamante. Next, you will select the method to transfer your notes from the writer to the computer. The methods listed will vary depending on the options available for your writer. For example, let's leave the SD card in the Diamante and read the contents of the card via the USB cable. We'll select USB as the method. The next step will be to select the drive or path. When reading via the USB cable, there's only one option, to read the SD data card. If we had wanted to read steno notes stored in a different location, we would have selected a different method, such as Backup Flash or Browse. Notice that some of the options in the Read Setup dialog box are grayed out. Whenever you see an option that is grayed out, it means that particular option is not available. This usually occurs when other choices you've made render the options irrelevant. For example, the only reason you would need to select a port would be if you were connecting your writer via a serial cable. Baud would only apply if you were connecting your writer via a modem. This next option is for reporters who take multiple jobs during the same day but do not create a new file for each job by pressing End on the writer, or on some older writers by turning the writer off and then turning it back on. Instead, they will write a steno outline several times to indicate a break between jobs or the start of a new job. If you select this option, Case Catalyst will recognize a designated breaking stroke when written 5 or more consecutive times and break each portion of the steno notes into a separate file during read. Unless you need to frequently change these options, you do not need to confirm these choices every time you read notes. When you're finished selecting these options, you'll just check this box. Or if you prefer to use the keyboard versus the mouse, you'll press Alt-S. This instructs Case Catalyst to remember your setting. Selecting Remember My Settings means you'll bypass this dialog box whenever you begin the Read Notes function in the future. Then, you'll click OK, or press Enter to proceed. Read Setup is now complete. Next, you'll select the specific steno files you want to read, and then name and save them to your user in Case Catalyst. To learn how to select steno files, click the link to the next lesson, File Selection. When you've finished viewing all 3 of the Read Notes lessons, you can practice Read Setup, File Selection, and naming and saving files in the training user.